One of them maybe, right? An outside upset, right? Both teams winning their opening games, underdogs coming through, and now one of them a berth to the semi-final.
Yeah, look, I mean, Mike barks, and it really is a battle of the underdogs. I mean, the fact that we've got this right now, be it our promotion game, as you say, it's crazy, but for one of these teams, they're going to make the most of this opportunity. Dust2, for both of these teams, is all that you could ask for. It is a pugger's paradise, and it is an AWP haven. And as Newt pointed out, the fact that we've got Zia and Forks battling it out, going head-to-head. Remember, this was the map where Zia was like 1v9. They didn't even win the map, and she dropped like 40 kills in the regular season.
It's really funny when we're watching the videos for the earlier best of ones, the FlyQuest game, the big game, we're like, just don't go Mirage or Dust2 against these teams.
Yeah.
Both of them go Mirage, and of course, end up losing it. Here, though, this is the home territory for these teams. They love these puggy maps. As you say, Zia, the player to watch, was brilliant earlier. Raven, first contact, door, Berettas find one, Empathy as well, and it is an easy cleanup. Raven taking the eyes out of 3. Easy pecking for her, and Zia left in a 1v5. And I don't think she'll be starting off affairs with much success. Raven didn't even get hit during that. 3 points of damage inflicted. Look at this lovely little setup, the little swing off any contact. Not even needed. Empathy gets bored, pushes through, and Sakura start with the pistol.
And that's what's going to be really difficult, I think, for Ladder Cook, in my opinion, actually going up against Sakura, is the fact that Sakura are very good at sort of going for these mid-round pushes, that they like to try and take space very proactively. They'll be really good at being counterintuitive to their opponents, and it makes life just really difficult, especially for a team like Ladder Cook, who have combined like 10 hours in the past 2 weeks, or whatever stupid number it is. But you're really going to be struggling with that. So I really do favor Sakura in this, in my opinion. I don't want to write Ladder Cook off. I always seem to write Ladder Cook off and then they get angry at me. So I'm just trying to sit on the fence for now. Sorry, that's the boring way. But I really do think Sakura do have an edge with the fact that it is Dust2.
Yeah, I think they also play just very disciplined Counter-Strike. Like, you don't see them making a lot of big, glaring mistakes, and they're very good at punishing those mistakes, which is what they were doing earlier, right? There's so many opportunities they were able to take advantage of. I think that eco round was a great example of that. Very decisive Counter-Strike from them. Something to skew the crosshair. Forks does cop a few dinks, but then the teammates all slide through. Love the MP9 to get a bit more involved here, but Serendipity stealing all the frags. There we go. Empathy does get one with that MP9. That one's clean as you like. No casualties, no bomb goes down. Exactly what Sakura hoped for.
Yeah, the fact that you don't get the bomb down in this situation is going to suck quite a lot because, again, right, last time I was talking about it until we actually get an AWP in the conversation, but it all starts to add up. No bomb plant in back-to-back rounds means you can't afford this AWP. It means that Zia's going to have to be neutralized a little bit. Don't get me wrong, she's damn good with a rifle. However, you want her to be on the AWP as fast as possible. Speaking of fast, look at this out of Empathy. Straight up top middle, sees the jump spot, easy nade. But it doesn't do as much damage as she hoped for.
Yeah, a little bit limp on the throw. Doesn't go far enough. And yeah, that was a bit crazy from Drunana. Standing a bit too close to that smoke. STX, those are the easiest kills you will get. Empathy now takes that opportunity off the chaos to continue that push up towards top mid. Finally, Jenny R gets a frag for her squad. First kill for Ladder Cook.
That's a damage stat, isn't it?
Yeah.
First kill for Ladder Cook in totality.
Means great for the finances of Sakura as the long term goes. And if you keep this one clean with no further kills, you lost your MP9. Everyone's loaded.
Who cares?
Doesn't get much better. So much time on the clock
It's
as well.
crazy.
That was so early in the round.
That's what Newt was saying, the head-to-head interactions.
It's surprising. I mean, we know, maybe it's not surprising, but we know Ladder Cook love to go for those little like pop aggressive plays. But to do it in the first gun round against the smoke at long doors is pretty crazy.
Oh, there's a smoke there? Oh, well, it'll be fine. The flashbang was thrown and designed to get the players off the corner rather than players immediately up close. You could have chucked one through the doorway, but if you throw a flashbang through the doorway, especially at that time interval, it gets really tricky. And then your players are not only dodging the close flashbang, they're also trying to dodge the far flashbang, and the pathing can just get messy a little bit. So I love the fact that you've got STX getting really close. Also the fact that she can just grab a weapon, disengage, leave. It's so important. I think that's another sort of tool to the belt that Sakura have, and I think did really well in Dallas, is the fact that they know when to aggress, but also when to disengage. And I've been calling it over the past few months just an appropriate disengage, like when you want to take the space, but you know that it's probably for the best benefit of the round if you just leave it. I think they are one of the best teams we have in ESL Impact that do that.
They're just about holding onto that rifle at the very end there. They were on the hunt. Yeah, I don't know if Joanna there was a bit of something that exposed through that smoke, or whether it was just a serendipitous spray.
Nice.
I mean, it wasn't her shooting, but, you know, that's still the play on the screen, you know. This is awkward. You got the save rifle. Zia's money, that AWP is so far away right now, unless a teammate feels generous in a future round. But it feels like a win condition.
Zia is the win condition for this team. Just underline that and highlight it. STX. We'll get rid of her immediately. That hero AK now being juggled over, and as utility gets pulled out, Raven's still on the line.
Jenny pretty much thinking about someone else, to be honest. She's got no armor. And he's trying to take some space, but diligently being held. No gaps in this armor right now. I know. Weaponry's not good. Oh, that's a slight little mistake. Then Forks will slide through from long. No bother to lose one or two players here. Big dig. That would actually enable a bomb plant if it was brought through.
Nice, okay.
Scrappiness is where Let It Cook thrive.
True. You make it chaotic, you make it really horrible, grimy Counter-Strike. That's where Let It Cook can do their best cooking. Issue you've got is that whilst you got the kill into mid to B, actually, there's been no rotation because you don't actually have true info in middle. This is really nice. If it is pure contact, so they don't throw another piece of utility, well, guess what? They can't. But this feels really good. STX is holding though. STX has now moved over to cover tunnels, and it works out perfectly. Great spray from STX. Could have been caught off guard instead. Timing favorable.
Yeah, great little angle as well. Just up high, so it's just really hard to clear that at all in the slow clears. We didn't really get to see much of the, well, I should say the halves are very different for Let Her Cook in that opening game. You know, the first half, I think on that CT side looked a lot stronger. Getting to start here with a bang. Orb is gifted over.
Look at the Yuta, or should I say lack thereof it. Nothing on Zia, nothing on Jenny whatsoever. Forks now taking an aggressive line in towards short. You've got two players in mid doors that are just trying to help out. No flashbang to get this sniper off the angle. Finally, there is one. And the information gained and gathered. Good trade, at least, out of Empathy. Oh, and there can't be a rebuttal from Spike through the doorway. Empathy living on a prayer.
Yeah, no AWP though to pick up, unless, I'm not sure where, yeah, Forks went down in towards short, so that's irrecoverable. It's a shame, because Empathy's definitely a player you wouldn't mind picking up that AWP in this situation. We negated for the most part in this round. We've got a 2-2 setup. This fight out towards long, this means a lot, and Joanna will win that out. Now they can just crunch. It's Empathy with 2 HP. Sure, takes down 1, but where is that trade? That felt like it took forever. Standing in the open with 2 HP, that does go down. Now STX and Raven have to work out how they want to put this together. They have plenty of money from earlier success.
Yeah, you could definitely go for this. Break on the smoke immediately out of STX whilst not waiting for a teammate is a little bit ambitious. Maybe could flash, either jump through or on top of the box and just slide out the corner, or it looks like they're going to flash and try and bang immediately. Straight in is this spacing, but you've got a player tucked in towards ramp. You've got the AWP holding the angle, and you've got a third player that hasn't even been spotted out along. This is impossible for STX. Time's now a burden. Zia is still on the line, even if she misses. Surely it's going to be okay. Good couple of kills. But you still got this player in towards pit. It's a great shot out of STX, but there's no time to work with. Good effort, good damage, but the round ultimately belongs to the chefs.
Yeah, you were really confident in that. That was way closer than it probably should have been.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic shots. Yeah, I mean, honestly though, don't think you're unhappy if you're Sakura. Sure, you lose the round, which you're never happy about, but maximum damage inflicted from a position where you were way out of that round.
Absolutely.
Great job from STX to find all those kills.
Actually hurts more probably if you're let a cook as well, because you're in that position, 1v3, you finally actually feel like you've got a little bit of control over the game, and now you're sweating bullets, the fact that you've actually won that round, but at what cost? I want to see pace changes. I want to see something just a little bit faster from Let Her Cook. I know they tried that long play, but isn't that crazy for me to say?
I know.
It's true. Like, that felt very sluggish in the mid-round, but it actually worked out quite well. But I don't know. I feel like the more time and space you give to Sakura, the more they're going to start to work things out, the more they're going to go on adventures, especially on the CT side of Dust2.
Words rarely said about Let Her Cook. I wish they just speed it up a bit.
Normally it's, what are you doing? Why are you going so fast? Jonanna finds serendipity, good opening kill, and then what on earth is that from Empathy?
Okay, this patience actually been rewarded across the board. Gonna be re-aggressing towards mid from the CTs, but they just spot scaling in towards short, so it's only Forks in the open. There's no way to fall back. Maybe not expecting such fast progression. STX looks for an opportunity back in. This one's a lot trickier, but made easier with that spam kill. Melly's lurk, though, this should be the nail in the coffin, and with Raven in CT spawn, a 1v3, not even getting started.
Nice shots. Good lurk out of Melly as well. And the best thing about that is now that you've shown the lurk, you don't have to do it again for the rest of the half. And what that should do is that should make this team just wait in Sakura. Have a player dedicated towards the speed bomb site now. You're worried about the gaps that are probably presenting itself, but the pace of this, as soon as you get the opening kill, the scaling up short is just fantastic out of Let Her Cook, because they've got that assumed control over towards the long door side. Short players rendezvous. It's really nice out of this T side, and for Sakura, they're caught off trying to go for these individual plays, these re-aggressions that are now being held for.
Two really nice opening duels, one out towards long as well. It's made a big difference. Sakura take the timeout. Spike the most vocal on the Let Her Cook side. I think it's so interesting. Obviously, they don't have a coach here, but even that they don't really have a dedicated voice in the team, just lots of a chorus of ideas. It does feel like Spike is a focal point often in these pauses.
Yeah, Jonanna, I feel like, would be one of those voices. I know his in-game led for Let Her Cook in the past. Melly's also dabbled in the leadership responsibilities of this team. So, and I imagine Zia is a player where you get the AWP out for Zia. She wants to say, I'm going to go for this pick, that pick, that pick. So I think you're right. A chorus is probably the best way to describe it, because everyone is chiming in at different moments.
Two scouts, one of them's not on Empathy. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, half buy comes through for Sakura. So for Let Her Cook, a good position to bring this within one. Surprised there wasn't more to that. That's just one shot.
One bullet.
No burst. Not quite the one tap. A lot of players spread out here for the T side, looking for these opportunities. This pushing towards mid, Jenny needs to be aware of this possibility. She might just get caught in the back of the head.
They're not looking.
They're not looking.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone is back turns. Jenny, please turn around. Oh my goodness. Okay, the turn comes, and Jenny spins, still takes down one. Off that, that's some information. They start to accelerate. STX is tucked, but misses with the 5-7. Takes far too long to find that kill. Maybe Serendipity can offer something, but Jonanna over the top. And it's just these scouts make that scout in Forks' hands. And her hands are pretty hot, but not hot enough to stop Let Her Cook.
That timing is crazy. The fact that Jenny R is alive for so long there, I say the back line, she's right in the middle of mid. But Sakura have walked behind, they're the ones that notice, and then Empathy makes a meal of it. STX also doesn't go for the discipline, immediately just takes a shot on the first player. I don't think she was going to get cleared there. There was a real capacity where she could get a double. Obviously, hindsight 2020. I can see everything they can't, but maybe a little bit of patience. It's working for Let Her Cook. Maybe Sakura can learn a lesson or two.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? It's like a reversal of expectations in that regard anyway. early long smoke thrown by the T's, that kind of deep long smoke, but CTs are ahead of it, so it's not really garnered too much for them.
That's the first time they've actually thrown that as well. And the fact that they've not been conditioning it, the fact that they've not actually taken any space out of long in any of these rounds, they're not scared of that whatsoever. They're just going to walk through and be like, hey, cool, you throwed a smoke. Thanks, you've wasted a piece of utility for us.
I guess on some level, it's like, could Jonana try and lurk behind it? Because she has been looking for those timings out towards long. And I think she might go for that this round. This looks like it's going to be short pressure with a late long lurk.
Need to get this util into short if you're Sakura. Sure, you've got Forks holding the line, you've got Serendipity on this angle, but where's the block utility? It's going to come in too late.
Gets dropped, forces them back. Still a reasonable set, like Forks has a smoke.
Look at the prioritization. They don't care about the util. They really want this orb to get active now.
Well, the smoke's come down. It's going to make it a little harder to hit these shots, but
Good reaction there.
Forks quite good at finding the hard ones. And Jonana does go down, loses that duel out towards long. Now the focus can be on this short play. Forks goes down after one. Serendipity still on the ramp, spotted. Gush falls back, but the T's can't find this progression. A drop down, that could have been the chance from Jenny. Doesn't connect, and now they start to scale up. Maybe it's Melly that could open this up. One to get started, but needs more. There it is. Chance for further damage. And it's on to Zia. 10 seconds remain, swaps to the AK, looking for these targets, and from two different angles, they strike.
That's a really cool round out of Sakura, especially in the mid round, just the way that they approached that. And the desk have been speaking quite a lot about Ink and the level of his playbook. Here, it's about pure fundamentals, and this was really rehearsed. Forks notices the utility being dropped in. I spoke immediately about how they're not dropping the smoke in towards short. They're waiting for the AWP to potentially take a target. Instead, Forks disengages, flashes deep to allow Jonana no room to peek in towards long. That gives Forks the space to take a deeper angle in towards short. Serendipity swings. It's really awesome fundamentals. This time it is aggressive. They've thrown the long corner smoke. They're now out with it. But Empathy's not having any of it. Two quick headshots immediately. Trades out Serendipity. Jonana runs her down with the Tech 9. And STX has called for the emergency exit.
Yeah, trades go back and forth there. Great entry from Melly to get that space to begin with. That was a spray on a running play while she was in motion as well. A lot of bodies left out towards long. Could be a bit of a fight in towards short. It looks like there's a re-aggress, but Jenny are caught between the angle she wants to hold. Has to worry about that long push now as well as the other two group up towards B.
This could work out really well for Lotta Cook here if Jenny doesn't overplay her hand. The difficulty you've got right now is this is such a powerful smoke that's just been dropped over towards the B tunnels. That means that STX isn't going to move around this corner. There will be this one-on-one. In actual fact, STX goes round the corner and will deal with Jenny. Caught out in practice. Now we're fast forward in towards this B bomb site. Raven tucked in, and every single angle's got to be cleared, and Spike will do it. Bomb can get planted in this 2v2, but both players on both teams are low.
And puts a head on it, but where do you go from here? Forks gonna come up and join with STX, who is low, and it's an AWP in Forks' hands. It's a difficult retake despite the low HP, but Spike wants to get aggressive. She's just charged out, spraying with the Galil, but can't control it for the second. The sidearm comes out, and Forks will stand tall.
So let her cook. That is, if you want to describe the end of a round and you give a name to it, that is let her cook in a nutshell. Explosive, fast, unpredictable. That's the headline. And Spike nearly makes that work. The fact the AWP misses, the fact that Forks has to swap to the sidearm, if she was just able to tame that spray, that would have been the perfect call and reaction. And I was thinking, let her cook, you can just sit back a little bit here. You can maybe just wait, because sure, you don't know about the utility on B, but they've got two smokes, no flashes, no disruptive utility, no nades, no incendiaries, just pure firepower. And pure firepower is nearly what gets it over the line here for this T side, but instead it's a double up on the score count here for Sakura. 6 rounds takes 3, and the economy battered and bruised for Let Her Cook.
Bit of a half buy, not a lot of utility to get done with it. I do love that smoke that's been thrown out. The timing on it's fantastic. Exactly as they scale around, they're going to try and spit onto this B site with pace. Raven in the open, caught out by Jonana, and STX has a lot to deal with from backside. So many targets, but given the 1v1s, and she'll happily take them. Forks sends supports through the doors, and what looked like it could have been a disaster ends up looking easy.
What a fantastic reposition And the target selection, cool, calm, collected, under pressure. We saw that all in Dallas for Sakura. And now we see it again here in Stockholm, not just on home soil, but now doing it in international territory. The fact that you can wait, actually just fall back off the angle, and you're inviting them into your space. Come and fight me 1v1. It won't work. You've only got pistols. Just absolutely fantastic. It buys so much time for the rotates to come over as well. Forks just plucks one out through the doorway just to alleviate that little bit of pressure. That round looked really cool for Let Her Cook, and unfortunately just shut down by individual efforts.
And individual. It was a really nice opening as well. You feel like this should be an easily secured kill, but yeah, just not on the same page with swinging into that fight.
That's why Max had STX on the desk, because of plays like that this morning and plays like that right now.
Yeah, STX playing insane. Really, maybe the highest level I've seen. Oh, great nade.
I love how whenever they see this smoke, Sakura at long, they just don't care. Like they know that there's not going to be no one there. And the only time they've had people pressuring long doors is when it's been multiple people flooding out with flashbangs. You never see a flashbang here, or you see a shallow one that goes over the top. You know it's a fake. They already know. I think what's interesting, actually, the main adjustment is because you've got this heavy pressure now in towards long, they're giving up short so much, this CT side, and they're always floating the second player at B.
It's actually been surprising how little short has been a focus here for this T side. Seen them go out a few times, but more often than not in a regular kind of default.
Every default ever.
It's the final resting place. Jordan doesn't clear the close corner. Serendipity was tucked as well, anti-flash, so that could have been a free kill. Said it's free the other way. Now you have this AWP on the line. That one's easy enough. Scope back in from Zia, but Forks on the adjustment back. Brilliant shot comes out. Melly finally answers back, but Forks is the one that comes calling.
Difficulty is, like, this is just too easy for Sakura. And I really don't want to be horrible by saying that. That really comes across as being condescending. But the reason why I'm saying this is because you're not conditioning anything over the map. And sure, Let Her Cook are a little bit out of practice. They've only got a few hours here and there over the past 2 weeks. But there's not even any fake smokes. There's not even like a mid to B. There's no default control when you're trying to fake out short. Normally you see both sides of the smokes in towards middle, then a flashbang over the top. There's just nothing. It's so easy for this defense.
CT side was their strength, first FlyQuest earlier. So still a chance to bring it back when the sides swap, but you want to be walking away with this final round if possible. Flash for info, Raven doesn't see anything. B would be a nice hit now. It's only these two players on this side. They just need to trade evenly into this bomb site, and they'll be in a fantastic spot. But Raven runs out of bullets during that. STX on fire. Jenny R is found too, but the lurk removed. So it's going to be a 2-on-3, and look at the HP.
Yeah, it's terrible. Forks maybe could be the point player to go forwards, and then Empathy can get ahead of these smokes. Zia just residing in it, and the bullet trace is enough to reveal the head top. Jenny so low. Surely there's no chance that she is so low. Just elevated on the angle, but Serendipity hits the shot. It's flawless from Sakura. 9-3 is the halftime scoreline.
One's going to be long. Cross. They might have two long.
I have one flash.
Flash in front, no flash behind. Flash in front, no flash behind.
Flashing. Should be one long.
Could be Goose long setup.
Long up.
Ramp
on the wall, left side.
Last is 10 HP. Rip. Okay,
Oh,
good kills, though.
my
Nice try.
God.
Really good damage, so.
Their money's horrible.
Night will fade, don't be
A 9-3 half for Sakura, heralded by an STX masterclass, 18-5. Teammates not that far behind either. Now Raven taking point out long. Flash comes from the CTs, and Jonana, what? How has she managed that? And still standing somehow. Spike time's in for one as well. I thought she was a dead woman walking.
How's she alive? How's she alive during all of that? Insane. You see the scaling immediately out long. You see the opening kill. You're like, right, okay, well, surely that's going to be Sakura just scaling. But no. Shut down immediately between Jonana and Spike. A deadly combination. Putting up a severe roadblock in towards long. Now for STX's Serendipity. STX 19-5. Still potentially could swing the round in Sakura's favor.
Melly's in a great position with these dual Berettas, though. Tough clear. And the better weapon for the job. Yeah, nice shots. 2 guns, 2 kills, and a pistol for Let Her Cook.
She's so good with dualies, Melly. I don't know what it is, but whenever I think of dual Berettas, I actually think of Melly. Very, very good player, very competent with the dual Berettas, off angle, perfect. Look at this.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Instantaneous. The fact that she's just doing 360s on them, style points. What a resurgence. Needed that pistol. Thanks, Captain Obvious. 9-4 now for Let Her Cook. And no bomb plant means no money. Full eco now for Sakura as they try and hedge their bets into B. Or maybe just default.
Yeah, City side looked good first FlyQuest, so I feel like it's a lot easier when you are playing a bit more of this mixed pug to just default on the CT side, feel comfy. So high hopes for what they can deliver here.
Jesus.
So you got it done.
Yep. They got him.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine.
It's like that meme with the dog just on the chair, everything's on fire. Everything's fine.
Yeah, but the fire is Glock bullets.
Little wet noodle.
Wet noodle. Wet noodle. That's when we dump a bucket of water on Newt. When he's mid-analysis.
Yep.
I'd say it would maybe break the machine, but I think Max already done his best work on that.
What's he done to it?
I don't know.
Just because his muscles are so big, just one press. He's not even applying any pressure, just crack the screen.
Goes through an iPhone every week.
We call him Popeye. He likes chicken.
All right. We saw this long hold from Sakura. What's Let Her Cooks look like? Like, just kept spraying. Here comes the flashbangs. Shots come out, but this is all trying to bait out Zia, who's tucked into this corner. Spike's doing such a good job of selling this. Zia will then swing through for one. There's a lot more players here. Raven's finding contact. You're not going to get away. You're not that fast, Spike. You're not Sonic.
They don't have to go into this era if they don't want to. It looks like Sakura will commit towards this long fight, and Jenny Art rips the head off Empathy. Look at the scaling. Raven and Forks have had enough with this fight in towards the narrow choke point. Break on the smoke. That's enough for Jenny to see her opponent, but not enough for her to claim the kill. Raven at least find one back, but Melly quick to follow in the footsteps.
Ooh, that's a smoke. I think she might have thought that was a molly. Aaron goes forward. This is being held for, and she'll even take down one before she goes, but Raven, a brilliant quad kill.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that smoke really threw off Melly. I think you're right. I think she really anticipated it either to be a flash or an incendiary. The point is, it was disruptive. That's exactly what Sakura needed, because it forced Melly to dig into her pockets, pull out her own bottle of flame, use it towards sight, but then that gives up the info. You know exactly where she's coming from. You got this crossfire, they can hold it. Doesn't matter if one falls to the wayside. Great work.
Yeah, Jenny breaking this smoke as well in such an exposed position was very risky.
Yeah. I kind of rate it, though. It's a really weird way to peek short, and it's so unexpected that it might have paid off.
Got Zia's AWP out, and again, this 3-strong hold, and Zia peeks in. Can't find her target. Neither can Jonana. That might send Sakura scampering.
Look at this. Jonana pushing. What's the timing going to look like? I'll tell you what, it's, at the moment, not good. STX is holding this. The next question is, for how long?
You should anticipate these pushes come.
It's all they do.
Oh, here it comes.
Turn around.
STX will turn around. But there could be a timing here, but meanwhile, action towards middle, a breakthrough. There's that contact coming, but Zia's hit a no-scope, just spamming the smoke. Melly removes the threat in towards the tunnel, so now both these CT players can focus forward, and it looked easy enough. Eventually is SDX, the last one standing from that lurk. Smoke now fades, so she has to worry about Zia and about this rifler, and Zia will find that kill. Absurdity to get the no-scope just spamming through the smoke, but I think Melly's pushing the tunnels is the winning move.
Wheel it up, DJ. Like, I need to see that. Like, what are you doing, Zia? Like, what is this? I like the pace change, to be honest. The fact that STX, as soon as they get the contact out long, it's like, okay, let's go mid immediately. Ink's not satisfied. Timeout called because, I mean, they died through a smoke. Also, the scaling in towards the B site wasn't the prettiest. I really like the fact that Cook actually dropped a defensive smoke in towards the doorway, funnels them up through window, and it makes it really hard because the defense is set up in such a way where one's slightly out in the open, but the other's just on a head glitch, and you won't be able to remove Jenny R off a head glitch.
Little elephant for Jonana. Sorry, an Umbreon. I think from STX. What's your favorite evolution?
Espeon.
Espeon. Yeah, I agree. Espeon is very nice.
Right, that's the kill, sure.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
That's how I die and face it and break my mouse.
Great job from Jenny there. Eco. Zia's starting to warm up now.
That's scary.
That's very scary.
I like the scaling. This is quick. Jordana might not be ready. Head presented, but helmet not ripped off. And Spike now just on the corner. You're really exposed. This is quite dangerous. Jordana will at least follow through on her good promise of a kill onto STX. Bomb will be planted and not denied. Empathy gets rid of Jordana, jump in, and now Spike needs to be worried about long.
Yeah, I shouldn't be too stressed about this round though. There's
I'm
no
stressed.
armor, there's mollies down on the site. The shots aren't quite connecting. And they should just be able to group up here. Oh my goodness, the pistol's getting close. But Melly comes through with 2 and will save the day. Not even close, Brandon.
Those were the rounds at Dallas, though, and you can agree with me. Those are the rounds at Dallas that Sakura were really good at winning when they had no right to. We call that the Imperial effect.
And they already did it today, right? We saw them do that against Bigger Keeper.
This is a good round. This is a lot of damage, a couple of casualties, bomb planted. There might be AWP money here for Fork, so we'll have to wait and see. Yes, indeed.
Okay, that could be the difference. Heavy start towards B. 2 defenders here, and Zia's AWP is one of them. Forks wants to take the spawn, and might punish Zia here. No, it's a leg shot. Zia wins that out, but now the pace comes through. Smoke drops. Zia's in a really uncomfortable position.
I don't like this.
Jenny R starts to rotate. Zia from up and over, punished, but Melly, not anticipated, tucked into the corner, re-aggress, doesn't connect. But still, over through the window, not quite the push. It's actually really far away. SDX only just now joining up on the site. No smoke for this door. At least not now. Maybe there's one they can deploy. Oh, just an incendiary. Very nervous here from Cook. Despite having the advantage. Okay, never mind. There's no nerves. They just fly out. Jenny R hits a banger onto SDX, just jumping to get the bomb down.
Yeah, I said immediately as soon as I start pushing that smoke in towards tunnels, I don't like this. And the reason why is because it's going to be rushed. You're so excited about maybe getting the trade on this AWPer that you know Forks has legged. You know there's probably another player just playing the contact, but what does that mean? It means you miss out necessary steps to get in towards this B bomb site. It no longer becomes one of those entry kill go execs. It relies a lot on you guaranteeing trades, which means your gun is out, your util isn't, the smoke on the doors isn't there, there isn't a molly towards window until it's too late, there's not a flashbang thrown in on that left-hand side, and it just means that so much time can be wasted, and it just means the mid-rotates can come over.
Now, you kill Zia there as well, completely gives Melly all the freedom that you're never going to be anticipating her on that angle. Gonna run it back, and there's only the 2 defenders here now. Close range, not cleared, and Melly even gets the 3rd there. Zia will get 1, and then Jenny R to finish the job. I thought Melly was a goner. If any of them had cleared close left, that could have gone completely the other direction.
Just comms. It's just comms, and to be honest, it's first day nerves. We've seen it a lot in all of these opening games. Just corners that you'd clear 100 times out of 10, overlooked. In so many of these opening matchups. Now, here in the progression game, we're also getting that. That's a little bit
9-3 to
sloppy.
9-10. Well,
You did say
10-9.
the CT side was good for Let Her Cook.
absolutely. And it's great that it's not just Zia.
Yeah,
Melly
true.
at the top, it's Jenny. That B hold has been brilliant.
Got to remember that Dallas final, that run Let Her Cook went on. Melly was so instrumental in all of that. Empathy now looking to shine a spotlight on herself, and she has done that alongside STX. Spike will get one in rebuttal, but Zia's here with the AWP.
Flash comes out, and you think that it's going to be free kills for the CTs. The entirety of Sakura on the other side. That Molly. Oh, the spread.
Good Molly.
Last second spread. Forces Zia into the open, and just when we're praising Let Her Cook across the board, this one looking like it might just fall short. Jenny R, risky business, sliding into car.
I love this, but if you're Sakura, you re-molly it. Every day of the week, you re-molly this.
Raven's not throwing it. Raven's not throwing this Molly. Jenny R, that one's the free one anymore. She's found two. Brings it back into the even fight, and even the damage onto SDX, who spams her through the door. This gives Melly the chance. 40 seconds. Losing in to the bomb site. No HP player goes first, which means Forks will be in a great position to trade. And oh, not necessary. Hits the headshot immediately. That looked for a second like Melly had the money.
Yeah, and it made it look like as well that Jenny R was going to win that round. Typical protocols that, again, we're used to seeing Sakura do, which is why I'm going to call it out here, is you take this long space, you throw the molly to flush Zia out of the corner. That molly's brilliant because it starts to spread. It means she can't go backwards, has to go forward. But if you haven't taken the space, you've got to re-molly it. Nice shot out of Forks. That's devastating
It was a
onto
necessary
Melly.
shot because it was a molly in the hands of a teammate. So if Melly gets that kill onto Forks, that's a Let Her Cook round.
This is a really good timeout being called by Ink, and you've got to speak about the timing of when coaches actually go for these 30 seconds. That round's chaotic. That round felt sloppy, and it was clear that there was a clear breakdown in communication, but they still get the job done. It's really important to take 30 seconds. Right, we got that done. However, we've allowed Let Her Cook back in towards the game. We don't want to allow that momentum to trickle over and just completely overflow, ruin our momentum. Let's just close the game. That's all he's saying. No AWP is interesting.
This is the round that will win the map for Sakura. Basically all in. Melly, Spike, the only one with the extra money. Let Her Cook will be broken with map point if they can't secure this. And again, it's back to B time and time again. It's Melly left here alone. Jenny R close by.
This has never worked. This hasn't worked once.
We'll see. Third time's the charm. Utility thrown forward, spam. Jenny R doing brilliant. Her and Cars. All of the mechanic. The way she's getting the multis from there. But Melly gets spammed out through the smoke. So it's into the 3-on-3. And they're just going to burst through. They're thinking about it. It feels crazy, but they decide to take their time. They've got it. They've got utility. A bit worried about a flank. It's not coming. The protocols come through. The nade over the top, burning in the corner. And you should know STX is stuck in here. You heard the flames. And in fact, it's that which gets it done. A successful retake with great utility.
And do you know what is fantastic there from Let Her Cook is they wanted to go, they stopped, they said, hang on a second, we've got all the utility at our disposal. And it's the utility that gets all the damage done, as you're saying, the fact that it traps STX in that corner, the fact that the molly is just creating such a difficulty for Sakura to trade is just so important here for Let Her Cook. A one-round game. They survived the tough one. They survived the challenge that you put forward to them because now they've got money to work with. Now they've got a bit of a bankroll. And yet again, they've got the confidence to shine here. This is going to be a full 24-round game. And Zia already starts proceedings off with a tag onto STX, who's leading the charge for Sakura.
Zia's on the line. Do they want to progress further and tempt this AWP? They are going to leave. Raven posts up. Answers to be found elsewhere. We've got this good forward positioning at the other points. So, got a jiggle on B doors. Jenny R spotting in towards Catwalk. And then Joanna herself posted up in short. This is going to be the test. Oh, the flashbang doesn't quite hit the mark. Lucky There's no punish there from the T's, but just walking straight into Fork. Spike does answer back. That was the legged player from earlier, but look at Jenny R. She's just walked through the smoke, and at the same time, Spike strikes. An absurd collapse onto middle, completely catches Sakura unawares. And now Raven's in an unwinnable 1v4. The bomb stuck in middle, and so many targets she has to find. That's the sort of high-impact moves from Jenny R that we have seen at ESL Impacts in the past. A different team with her this time, but the same old Jenny R.
I'll tell you what, that was such a fantastic call as well. We speak so much, all the attention has been drawn on social media, actually from the players themselves, and they come into these interviews saying, we've not practiced, we've not really been playing that much Counter-Strike. And yet, that round was played like a perfect choreographed routine. Because in the mid-round, this is the biggest change we've not seen all second half. You've actually gone for aggression in the mid-round. You've not sat back, and you've gone for it, and it was all perfectly planned. And I was thinking to myself in my head, I was like, if Melly pushes top tunnels here, the round's just over. Instead, they all collapse in towards middle, and it's brilliant. Look at that money.
Jenny R needs to be careful. They're scaling up short super quickly. This should be calm, though.
Should be.
Two players here ready to receive. Already they're wounded from the util. Zia loves these lines. Now she has to flash to support her teammate. Spike deploys a defensive smoke and just spams one down. An attempt on the bomb plant. Can this be denied? Thinks about it. Should be. If the attempt comes through, hold up, 2 kills just come in tandem.
Look at the long lurk.
Out towards long. This could be the way in. Zia needs this kill, misses it, and now what looked brilliant begins to fall apart. But it's only Melly. But you say only, it's Melly, and she finds map point in the 1v2 when everything looked like it fell apart. Jonana worshipping at her feet.
Malicious is what that is, because that is absolutely sickening from Melly, because you feel like Sakura have just done everything right in this example, because what you've got here is the long lurk. Again, we speak so much about the fact we've not seen a mid-crunch. Here we've not seen a late lurk, and the Sakura were bringing that out right at the very end against Bigger Keeper to push it over the finish line. Here, they try to apply the same squeeze. It works to a T because Zia misses the AWP shot, but then Melly slides in. We've already spoken about her impact, and she delivers yet again. And now the money, furthermore, is on the back foot here for the T side because you don't have a bomb plant, and because it keeps going back and forth and back and forth, we're now in this really tricky scenario.
Yeah, this is the melee that when we're watching Let Her Cook throughout the online season, we're like, where is this melee? This is the melee that's been, such a dominant force in these various iterations of Let Her Cook that has led to them having, this on the cusp position where they can take down the best teams.
Look at all of them. Jenny's there on 20.
The whole squad.
4th time's the charm. Look at this lower tunnels push. They are ready for it, but they can't account for Raven's bullets. A third player now pushes in. Melly looks to rectify the problem, but can't come up with a solution. Smoke down, back off. Zia deals with empathy, but that is an overstep and a half.
Oh, that one kill might make all the difference. STX starts to scale through. Jenny R can't quite find the target, but maybe she can make some magic. It is only her, though. And Forks quick to put her down. Well, quickly, we've sung the praises of Let Her Cook, but the answer back comes from Sakura, and overtime is needed.
It's such a classic case of you've won a round, you feel like you're on top of the world. Oh, the aggressive play worked last time, let's just go do it again. Raven gets caught off guard, but for a moment, holds that spray transfer, gets that double in towards lower, and it's so obvious if you see 2 players in towards lower, there's going to be that third in from upper. They're ready for it. The Melly re-swing feels like she has to do everything because she did do everything in the last round. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And yet again, we get another banger to kickstart day 1 here. Raven gets rid of Jonana. Everyone's AWPing now.
Had the spawn to take it, and a nice opener. Rare that we've seen a clean opener in an early stage of any of these rounds. A slight bit of breathing room for Sakura off the back of that. Still 3 players rotate, so plenty of defenders from Let Her Cook if this is the commit through. Empathy's holding well over towards backyard to see if there is an upper tunnels clear. I doubt Melly will be making that move while she's completely alone.
No, they won't. Especially with a player down, like sure you got to go look for info at some stage, but it won't come through Melly. It will probably come from short or middle. See Jenny and Spike are gearing up to have a little look. Can you see Zia on the edge of this smoke?
Oh,
How's that not a kill?
that's a leg onto Forks. I thought that was going to be Zia down and out.
And actually, Melly pushed and did get the kill into upper whilst we're saying that she shouldn't.
Well, Empathy progressed as well, so it was, yeah, both players changing their tact. Time starts to tick down. It's going to have to be the commit into A at this point. There's not really any other options.
They have no idea about how close Sakura are. Spike's dropped a molly and is now stressing about it. Did she see a player on top of this smoke? Zia needs to take the first contact here, and she does. But it's not in the way that Spike would have hoped for, but she still makes the most of it. 20 seconds left. Raven now finds another. Zia pushed back, but Melly goes forward. Serendipity now dropped. Forks with the AWP providing that little bit of space to allow Raven the bomb down. 2 versus 2. AWP low, but it might not matter.
Well, it doesn't. Not at all. Not with Melly going down. It's on to Zia, who took first contact into the 1v2. And this is so difficult to do. Although, given the opportunity onto the first, and now against Forks, who she started with the leg shot on. A drop down into the pit. Starts to move forward. Forks has definitely heard that. And on the jump jiggle, Forks doesn't blink. And they take first blood in OT.
She went too wide. Oh, it was such a good idea. Comms, so that it was low from the AWP. The fact that she's legged her also in the round, I think probably gives that away. But if she just jumps slightly to the left, that AWP shot, guarantee you it misses, or at least it hits the wall. And probably the pistol gets drawn. What a round out of Sakura. Again, they battle so hard for these rounds. Now it feels like it is improbable. They just make it work.
All right, gonna try this one again. Up on the line. Don't want to be peeking straight into this. And with the
Molo.
smoke. Yeah, okay. Actually, T-Molo to disrupt that smoke.
Cool.
Luckily, let her cook. Don't push further. Zia instead sits at car. She does not have a smoke.
Uh-oh. I like this from Jonana, though.
Oh.
She gets really close here, takes the first angle, MP
Oh,
with Praise,
what?
and then go even
What?
further! Surgical from Empathy as she lacks feelings. And suddenly, Sakura yet again burst their way onto the scene at A. Jenny R responds onto that crime scene with one back. 3 versus 2. But the bomb could be put down immediately.
3 kills from that position. A backbreaker. Smokes go forward. T-side execute for the CTs in the retake, but Empathy tucked through. This position should be powerful.
Why?
But swings forward, so gives up the opportunity. Raven swaps to the AK, the right move for this position, but heard the defuse coming through. Actually, just a tap on STX out from long. A chance on this. It is being stuck, and it's not... Oh my god!
Excuse
Through
you?
the box? Ain't no way.
That should never be happening. I'm sorry. As soon as Empathy peeks out from Goose and Jenny R gets the trade, I'm thinking this is deserved. Leonard Cook deserved to earn the right to win this round because they played it so well. And then you get this moment of magic.
I'm sorry. Milliseconds.
Melted. Really cool combo here. First time we've actually seen the cat molly being thrown so quickly out of Sakura. Zia wanted to peek. Now wow, okay. A deeper molly goes in to prevent the spawn boost. She doesn't care. Smoke, wallbang, headshot. How'd you like that one?
A rare opener for Let Her Cook, at least in this overtime. On CT round, you feel it's a requirement given the T side was missing a fair bit of success. Jonana, again,
why?
these aggressive peeks out long, not working out. And Zia, the off angle, had a chance for it. And another one too, that one off the mark, but AWP now spotted on the drop down into pit. You really want to brave this peak. STX on the line, not necessarily a primary AWPer.
Doesn't need to be if you can just hold. I like this out of Jenny. It all depends on, firstly, how far she goes. Is she going to play contain, or is she going to try and be the hero that Let Her Cook needs? This is going to be plan C, taking space in towards tunnels, confirming that they're not here, but Sakura are moving back. So Jenny,
B, surely.
not with a lack of info, surely.
Lack of time, lack of info. They're really
They
going to
will.
run B.
They're going to hedge their bets, and Jenny has just cleared upper, but she still will wait here. And they have to be loud about this. Jenny will get all of this info. So as long as she stays alive, that's the most important thing. Round the corner she goes and she hears them.
Okay, now she's in the perfect position. They go silent, but this should be free for Jenny. Yeah, first is, can't get any follow through, but now the rotation starts to move. 10 seconds, hits the mark. Zia is aiming for that cross, for the wall bang, and it hits. But the damage not quite enough over the top. Can't deny the bomb. These rounds are outrageous. Sakura are stealing them away with seconds to spare. And it's on to Zia to try and pick it up. Both of them so temptingly low. But finding them, that's the trick. STX holding for the window peak. Can the drop down come? Information all there, but too many targets. It is flawless on the T-half from Sakura.
How are they not rotating faster there? Like, Zia wants to hold for the cross, like, fine, but the fact it's then that overextension in towards window. Jenny does her job, but...
If the one bullet had hit from that M4, the leg comes through from Zia. So many fine margins in these rounds. Every single one of those OT rounds could have gone the other way.
Wait, it's 15?
15. That was 3 in a row, and none of them felt likely.
No, none of them did, to be honest. It should be going the other way. Or at the very least, a even spoil of war. And now Cook have got to do it the hard way. They've already done that once in this game. But coming back again on the T side that you struggled with for so long.
They only got 3 rounds on it.
Now they need 3 here.
In a row. Those brakes aren't working. Does kind of bait out that second smoke very early on the B side. The B could be a good call here still. I think that's why they're still grouping here. They know utility has to be low.
The issue you've got is you don't actually have any short control. So because you don't have short control, you don't really know what's going on in towards middle either. You're putting all your eggs in this basket, and it's a very big risk. Currently, it would pay off, but they don't know that. And with 1 minute left, do you really want to hedge your bets and just go for a B finish? Looks like it, especially with this contact, but it doesn't work out. Oh, it really doesn't.
This just feels all too easy from STX. Just 2 1v1s, just given up freely. Bomb just starts to run elsewhere.
But this is the issue. Because you've got no space whatsoever, you now have to spend so long clearing all the short, maybe going in towards middle. The point is you don't really have the util for this. You've got one smoke. That's on Zia, who's holding tunnels. Oh. And because you haven't put pressure anywhere else, they still got all their util, the CTs. This is it.
Time ticks. Zia does get a nice pick onto Fox, but you still have to go towards B. Raven's position should be game-ending, and it will be. STX chimes in, breaks the 30 with those kills, and Sakura go through to the semis.
Yeah, they secure the semi spot, and to be honest, they really do deserve it. It does look like they have been playing some very good Counter-Strike. Questions were asked, I think, this season, especially in the online phase, but we knew how good they were at Dallas, and when it comes to LAN, that's where they completely